All right, we're back. Welcome to part two. Uh, let's see. He's like, are you happy you won? My name's question mark. We know what his name is though. And he says he's gonna be the best Pokemon trainer. There's a little something I'd like to clear up, guys. You know how in the previous game, like at the beginning, I started stuttering a lot, and I was like, and I'm going to do that sometimes. I mean, I'm sorry about it. When I start Let's Plays, what I do, it takes me a little while to really get into the spirit of talking to people. And there's just so much to say in the beginning, it's hard to know even where to start. So I just kind of say whatever comes to my mind, and then new stuff comes to my mind, and I try to, keep the ball rolling, but you're just going to notice a lot of verbal static. So I choose parts like this where you're just walking to actually get my thoughts out. And once we're done with like key events, like right in here where this cop is, then we'll move on from there. I heard a Pokemon was just stolen, so I'm getting some information. A young male with red hair. What, you battled a trainer like that? Did you get his name? Yeah, I got his name. Uh, no, I didn't. I really don't know what his name is. I mean, three question marks, remember? And I think one time I actually did call him that, and it was accurate too. But his real name's Cam, and I looked it up on the internet, and I think I can't absolutely vindicate that his name is Cameron, but I think a lot of people will back me up on it. Some people have called him Hero also, Hiro, Hero, but I think in the Japanese his correct name is Kamen. I actually based the character off of him, but oh, and I'm sorry, I'm kind of getting kicked off the plot here. What Elm just did, he's like, what? Professor Oak gave you a Pokédex? He's like, wow, he must really respect you or something like that. So even though you're like a nameless nobody in this world, apparently people just see a lot of potential in you. Like you're the real deal. So that makes you feel all happy. You're like, yeah, I'm empowered. Okay, so wow, that's a cute Pokemon, says Mom. Where'd you get it? Like, so you're leaving on an adventure. Okay, I'll help, but what? All right. Mom tries to save your money. No, we don't want that. So, the reason you don't want Mom to save your money is because she will spend your money. Like, for instance, she'll give you a call and she'll be like, "Oh, hi, Kenta. Yeah, I kind of spent your money on a couple of repels and escape ropes. Sorry." And you're like, what the hell, Mom? Why'd you do that? But uh, there are people in the other room as I'm doing the Let's Play right now, and they probably think I'm crazy. They're probably laughing at me behind my back, but whatever. It's all in good cheer. Anyway, so let's see. Where was I? All right. That guy who came out, he was going to offer to show me how to catch Pokemon. Thank you, dude, but I already know. What I'm going to do now, I got 5 Pokeballs, so what I want to do, first off, I'm going to train a little bit. And come on, there we go. Okay, train a little bit, and there we go, Sentret. I want to get my HM slave right now. So I'm going to be capturing this Sentret to help me out. And let's see here. I'd never looked at Chikorita's stats. I wonder how what kind of Chikorita I got here. Let's see. Defenses are good. Very well balanced Chikorita. I'm actually very pleased by this one. Okay, so let's see. I check the pack, and I never got into why I particularly chose Chikorita, but let's see. Here's the reason. First reason, like I said, the 3 legendaries that you're going to catch, you can use those in Battle Tower. They're legitimate legendaries because they're not as strong as like the uber legendaries such as Mewtwo and Lugia. And by the way, I call it Lugia because I don't like, you know, people call it Lugia, and I immediately think of Loogies, and no. Ugh. So let's see. I've there's another reason I picked Chikorita first, and you'll see once we get to level 8 with Chikorita. Well, you probably are. You know what? Screw it. I'll just say at level 8, Chikorita learns Razor Leaf, which is a really awesome move. See, there we go, Razor Leaf. I'm not sure if you guys caught that. So I'm gonna heal up first before fighting some official trainers, but I don't really need to. Now, I want to talk for a second about quality. as you guys know, this is the Visual Boy Advance that I use, but it imitates the Game Boy Advance in every way, including its feature to play Game Boy Color games. So, as you probably noticed, there's the graphics are a lot smaller and less standoutish, and Cam Studio takes away the quality of the videos that you see. So, I'm gonna run away. So this really is not the best graphics you're gonna see, but you know, I just roll with it. So I'm trying to lost, so I'm trying to find more Pokemon. Wait, you look weak. Come on, let's battle. You see what I mean about the trainers who they're like, um, at first they belittle you, and then when you show them what's up, all of a sudden they're like, "Wow, you're the greatest trainer ever!" Like, let's see. I didn't think that would kill him, but Razor Leaf is a really awesome move. So like, darn it, I lost. And that guy will offer to rebattle you. Like he'll give you his phone number and stuff, and you can fight him. But I deliberately avoided him because I I think I want to save my phone list because you can only call I think 10 people in this game. By the way, yeah, this is the first game to introduce the Pokegear concept. So so let's see, the Pokegear. What else does this game introduce? Oh yeah, this game introduces the last two types that you ever see in Pokemon. You see the Steel type for the first time in this game, and you see the Dark type. And personally, I'm like, where's the Light type? You know, there really should be a Light type Pokemon if there's going to be a Dark type. I mean, that's just common sense, but whatever. Anyway, yeah, I'm spacing through these battles a lot because it is kind of arduous to take on let's no, not a whole team of Caterpies, I guess, but oops, for this switch, I don't want to do that. Another thing, this game contains some of the best music I've ever heard in any Pokemon game, and it's a real pity that I can't get Cam Studio or my sound recorder to make the sound work in this game. But if I did turn the music on, here's the problem. It would be blaring a whole lot louder than my commentary ever could be. So, no, I'm just going to have to deal with no music for all of my Let's Plays, including the one I'm going to do with Emerald. Now, guys, right here, this is Dark Cave, and what a lot of trainers do, they make the mistake of capturing Dunsparce in that cave. And Dunsparce is one of the most craptastic Pokemon I have ever seen, and it never is worth it. Much like that Pikachu-colored Pichu that you're going to get if you decide to take advantage of that one little event. Let's see. Okay. Okay, this is the guy who has a ton of Caterpies and stuff. So let's see. Yeah, you're gonna try to slow me down. Chikorita's already naturally kind of slow. Another thing I like about Chikorita, um, Chikorita's stats not only are balanced, but you're going to get Reflect as the next move. And Reflect is a move, if you remember my Mr. Mime, Mimian, he helped me out. He saved my ass in the Pokemon League. Oops, shoot. In the Pokemon League Challenge before with all of his barriers and stuff. So, yeah, I know it's not very effective, but I take advantage of the same type attack bonus. But now, I want to talk to you guys real quick. Let's see. If you have six with you, it'll. All right. Wow, you're pretty tough. Can I get your phone number? All right. The only reason I'm registering this guy's number is because in Crystal version, what happens is you give him your number, and then later on, if he picks berries, he'll actually call you and say, "Here, I'd like to share a berry with you." So I recommend actually that you go ahead and get his phone number so you can get some awesome berries from him. Now, speaking of berries, what's coming up? Now, you guys probably remember this in the city almost as well as the gym. In this house over here, there's this dude who has an Onyx, and it's named Rocky. And if you trade him a Bellsprout, he'll trade you the Onyx. Now, Rocky himself, I never depended on him that much. I don't think that he's that good. But if you get a Bellsprout and you trade him the Bellsprout and he gives you Rocky, Rocky has a Bitter Berry attached, which prevents poison. I mean, confusion. So anyway, we're gonna try to catch a Bellsprout, and when I come back, we'll trade for Rocky. So until next time, thank you for listening.